What is healthy eating? Healthy eating is when you, as a person, choose to eat foods that have short-term and long-term positive impacts on your body. Poor eating is the exact opposite, which can cause increased risk of the top 3 leading causes of death in the United States, which are heart disease, cancer, and stroke. What you put in your mouth can have lasting impacts on your health for the rest of your life. Short-term health problems. Short-term health problems are those that can be reversed if the problems are addressed in a constructive, positive way. These problems are some of the most common problems seen, typically caused by poor nutrition. Obesity. Healthy eating and physical activity play a large role in the overall balance of energy expenditure and intake of an individual. If a person consumes more calories than they expend, they will be in calorie surplus. This leads to excess fat being stored in the body. The more excess fat that is stored, the higher the body weight, which can lead to a condition known as obesity. Being overweight is a condition where a person has excess body weight for their height. Body Mass Index, or BMI, takes into account the ratio of weight and height and is the most widely used and recommended measure to estimate weight status and obesity link. Obesity causes immediate health risk, including high blood pressure, high cholesterol levels, type 2 diabetes, metabolic diseases, sleep issues, orthopedic problems, and social and physical problems. This can include low self-esteem and discrimination. Bullying is one of these types of discrimination. Obesity's link to chronic disease is of utmost importance. Metabolic issues. Cardiovascular disease and type 2 diabetes are 2 of the most common and deadly metabolic issues that can arise from poor nutrition. Metabolic issues stem from imbalances of hormones, which regulate many different functions within the body related to metabolism or energy consumption. Hormones are the drivers of many different processes in the body. If they are not being secreted at the right levels, they can wreak havoc. This causes many different issues, and a driver of metabolic issues, hormone imbalances, is poor nutrition. Obesity increases the risk of metabolic issues to develop. Food insecurity. Reduced food intake and disrupted eating patterns because a household lacks money or other resources for food is known as food insecurity. Millions of people, including 23% of all US children and adolescents, were food insecure in 2008. Not getting enough to eat can have not only short-term but long-term health effects on a person. This includes health, cognitive development, and performance in school. When you are hungry, you think about food. What happens when you're hungry all the time and wanting to learn? Long-term health problems. Diabetes. Diabetes is a metabolic disease that will never be cured. Once someone becomes a diabetic, they will always be a diabetic. Diabetes is characterized by high glucose or sugar levels and the inability to control sugar levels within the body. There are 2 types of diabetes, type 1 and type 2. Type 1 diabetes is insulin dependent and is caused by an autoimmune disease of the pancreas where insulin is produced. Insulin, a hormone, helps to decrease glucose levels, and without insulin, glucose levels remain high in the body. Type 2 diabetes is non-insulin dependent and is the most common form of diabetes in adults. Type 2 diabetes is commonly the result of poor nutrition and inadequate exercise, particularly obesity. Diabetes, when left unregulated, can cause blindness, limb loss, kidney failure, and even death. However, with proper diet and exercise, type 2 diabetes can be prevented in most individuals when healthy choices are being made. Cancer. The second leading cause of death in the United States. Cancer is the uncontrollable growth of cells, where cells keep proliferating in the body. Obesity and certain metabolic diseases that are caused by poor nutrition can lead to high risk of cancer. Cardiovascular diseases. These are diseases related to the heart and circulatory system of the blood, which include coronary heart disease, myocardial infarction, congestive heart failure, stroke, and others. A healthy diet can reduce the risk of cardiovascular disease, especially in certain populations that have higher risk of developing heart-related diseases. Diets that are high in fat and sugar can lead to cardiovascular disease problems, especially when it is complicated with obesity. There is a direct link to metabolic diseases and cardiovascular diseases, which both negatively impact each other.